Well, there could be peace, worldwide peace, everything calm and serene. And then the bullies come. And we know how the police are. They can be a real big pain in your butt sometimes. So here's the truth about them.
Authoritarian personalities are characterized by their need for control, lack of empathy, and their tendency to enforce their beliefs on others. These individuals exhibit traits of dominance, aggression, and a strong desire to impose their will on those around them. Such behavior not only harms the individuals themselves, but also has negative effects on society as a whole. One negative aspect of authoritarian personalities is their manipulation and intimidation tactics used to maintain power and control. They may resort to fear tactics, coercion, or even violence to force compliance with their demands, creating a toxic environment where individuals feel oppressed, fearful, and unable to freely express themselves. Additionally, their lack of empathy hinders their understanding and compassion towards others, further straining their interactions. Furthermore, authoritarian personalities have been associated with mental illnesses like narcissistic personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, and even psychopathy. These conditions are marked by a lack of empathy, a disregard for the rights of others, and a sense of entitlement. Individuals with these disorders exhibit manipulative, deceitful, and aggressive behavior, rendering them unsuitable for roles that require empathy, compassion, and ethical decision-making. Throughout history, authoritarian personalities have been drawn to positions of power and authority, including law enforcement. The structured hierarchy, power dynamics, and ability to control others appeal to those seeking dominance and the enforcement of their will. Regrettably, this can lead to abusive behavior, excessive use of force, and corruption among officers in their pursuit of control and compliance. As authoritarian personalities rise through the ranks in law enforcement, their tendency for violence can escalate and overshadow their duty to serve and protect the public. The desire for control and power can override ethical standards, resulting in dangerous and harmful behavior. This can lead to unjust treatment of individuals, violations of civil rights, and even instances of brutality and misconduct. Authoritarian personalities pose a significant threat to the well-being of individuals and society as a whole. Their need for control, lack of empathy, and tendency towards violence can result in harmful consequences for those around them. It is essential to recognize the negative aspects of authoritarianism and take steps to address and prevent its harmful effects, especially in roles of authority such as law enforcement. Government control is another aspect of authoritarian behavior that can have a significant impact on society. Authoritarian leaders may use their positions of power to exert control over the population through censorship, surveillance, and repression of dissent. This can create a climate of fear and intimidation, where individuals are afraid to speak out against the government for fear of retaliation. In extreme cases, this can lead to human rights abuses and violations of civil liberties. Gun control is another contentious issue that is closely tied to authoritarian behaviors. It is essential to shed light on these issues and understand the complexities surrounding them. Only by coming together to challenge authoritarianism and foster empathy, understanding, and cooperation can we create a more inclusive and peaceful society for future generations. Authoritarian personality disorders are marked by a rigid adherence to authority and a desire for dominance. Those with these traits often display controlling and abusive behaviors, seeking positions of power to exert their influence over others. The negative effects of authoritarian control and group stalking are often overlooked, leading to increased oppression, violence, and control. By shedding light on these issues, we can work to build a more just and fair society for everyone. Comparing covert group stalking, voice-to-skull technology, and electronic harassment reveals their interconnectedness in targeting individuals. These tactics can create a powerful and insidious form of harassment, instilling fear, paranoia, and isolation in their victims. Gang stalkers use various techniques, including gaslighting and surveillance, to target individuals for reasons such as revenge, control, or personal pleasure. Understanding these methods and motivations is crucial in combating this form of harassment and protecting those who are targeted. A targeted individual is someone subjected to persistent and organized stalking, harassment, and surveillance. Understanding and recognizing the experiences of targeted individuals is crucial in combating this insidious form of control. It is essential that we work together to confront authoritarianism and promote empathy, understanding, and cooperation to create a more inclusive and peaceful society for generations to come. This systematic use of laws as a tool for authoritarian personalities is prevalent in modern-day politics. Law enforcement agencies, judges, prosecuting attorneys, and jailers. Citizens are often deceived by these authoritarians and their political cheerleaders, who are sometimes referred to as sheep or anti-freedom-seeking voters. These groups work tirelessly to create a narrative that positions the government and its institutions as essential for survival. By painting themselves as protectors of the people, they are able to garner support and maintain their grip on power. The constant bombardment of propaganda and misinformation has led many to believe that they need these authoritarian figures to guide and protect them. This sense of reliance on the very individuals who seek to exploit and control us is a testament to the effectiveness of their tactics. Next time you hear a law enforcement officer or the brainwashed cheerleaders of such a narcissistic establishment say that we need to stop bullying in America and in our schools, then perhaps remind them that they are the bullies. In fact, any truly patriotic officer or official would quit their jobs and fight to defund this narcissistic and tyrannical system of justice that we all now know as a symptom of their psychological disorder. Today is Memorial Day 2024, and our soldiers are honored for fighting a make-believe battle to maintain freedom from terrorist groups Uncle Sam creates. It's sad to know that American men and women have enlisted and fought for an image of freedom, only to come home suffering, with no government relief available to them. What's even more disturbing is the fact that the same soldiers who are very aware of these programs ran by our government assist our government in deploying them against U.S. citizens. I ask our soldiers to not forget what patriotism is about. Stop keeping this war against civilians a secret. Expose it and defend us. If you know a victim of gang stalking, help them. Rescue them for crying. Out loud bring the integrity and honor back to our military. Stop fighting against the U.S. citizen and began fighting for them for crying out loud. If you're in our military and going along with these covert operations against targeted individuals, then you are a disgrace to the uniform and are committing treason and terrorism against the people. I pledge allegiance to the people of which we stand, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for non-authoritarians. This message has been brought to you by the ever-growing and collective voice of the American citizens. Lace up your boots, Citizen X. This is a war that is mercilessly being waged against you, me, fathers and mothers, sisters and brothers, our children, our families, and most important of all, our freedom.